coming to the question you asked, at what point? Well, if I'm going to use myself as an example, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying I'm very accurate. But the major thing is, what is your purpose in life?
Mm.
You must first discover your purpose. What is it that God wants you to do? For what reason are you alive? For what reason are you doing what you are doing? When you understand purpose, it will get to the level that you will understand that, oh, it is time for me to move. For example, you can have an inner, I call it inner restlessness. You'll be restless in on your inside. I'm not talking about being anxious. I'm not talking about you being restless because your friends are doing it. I have never relocated based on the fact of maybe because my friends are doing it or some people are doing it. It was based off an inner restlessness. And when I had that, because I know the purpose of God for my life, and God have given me what to do. For example, being in Canada, I know I was going to be in Canada right for my secondary school days. I don't know where is Canada. I don't even know what Canada is all about, but I knew I was going to be there. So that was written. So when that time now come, there'll be a kind of restlessness on the inside of you, and with your level of spirituality, you will understand that probably God is trying to speak to you, and if you do not listen, sometimes God can allow some things not to work for you. You will discover that things around you, they are conflicting one another. It can be kind of a trouble, it can be kind of challenge that God will just bring to gain your attention, because most of the time we are complacent with where we are, because we are enjoying. It's not as if each time I relocated, I was doing very well. When I mean well, as in absolutely 100% very well. The ministry, the physical life, the emotional life, the financial life, by His grace. But because of the purpose, because of the goal, because of the journey, so God orchestrated some things to happen that will make me to now listen or to go and seek the face of God. Because it's just, for example, when things are just going the other way around. I'm not talking about not having money. Like, you're just, some persons can just be falling sick at all time. Some persons that things you are doing might not be succeeding. Some person that things that have succeeded before can be going down the rail. And when you now begin to seek the face of God, that Father, why is this happening to me? Then God now speak that, see, your time is up here. I need you for another assignment elsewhere. And that's why I talk about purpose first, which align with assignment. So it's not just, Pastor Wale mentioned about jackpot. It's not just about jackpot. You can jackpot. By the time you jackpot without purpose, without an assignment, you will jackpot that. And that's why I say that people are jackpot at these days. But when it is for a purpose, when it's based on an assignment, even when you face issues, where there's nowhere you will get to, Pastor Bamidele will bear me witness, you will say you do not face challenges or things are just rosary. But because you know it's for a purpose, you know there's an assignment. Jesus knew He was coming to die. So He faced the troubles of life. He was humiliated. He was beaten. He was chastised. But yet, He still focused on that goal. What is that goal? I need to liberate humanity. I need to die for them. I need to share this blood so that they can be liberated. So when it's based on purpose and assignment, and you are relocating and you are facing such whatever issue you are facing, you will know that no, it is God that have given me this assignment. If one day I'm going to break through. So the thing I'm saying is that for you to know the time, sometimes you're going to be in trouble. Let me give you an example. Jesus gave the instruction to the disciples: go all over the world to go and preach the gospel. After you have received the power of the Holy Ghost. But the disciples refused to go. They were together, they were praying, they were still doing things together until there was trouble. Now they now begin to spread. And that was how gospel spread all over the world. So sometimes the trouble that we face, of course, God will not tempt his people with evil. Sometimes the trouble that we face is to ignite us, is to remind us that, listen, your time is up here, you can go. The number three is that God can send somebody like, go and speak to my son that his time is up here. There's a need for you to relocate or to move. Or God can appear to you in the way He talks to you, or maybe in your dream or by revelation. So when you begin to see that you are feeling uneasy, or when you begin to feel like you have reached a plateau, Like for example, there's no growth again in the place you are. You are not even making any impact anymore. You feel like you are more like neutral. You feel like there's nothing that you are gaining or contributing. You might want to check to find out maybe your time is up at that time. Maybe you need to go to somewhere else to be more impacted, or for you to go and impart. So we don't have to wait until there are troubles, because if you don't listen to God, then God will leave you, and the devil can take advantage of that. So you have to
Thank
work,
you
and that's
so
why we
much.
have to constantly be in tune with God to hear Him. What do you have? Even me, that I'm in Canada now, I'm still praying to God. What do you have for me again? In the place that I am, do I have to move to another place, or do I have to do another kind of assignment? So it's very important that we are attuned with God. So let me stop there because of time.